Can you see the presentation?
Yes.
Okay, can you start your presentation and we will run the slides for you. When you need to change the slides, just say next, right? Okay, start.
First of all, good afternoon to everyone. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Aristea Pounani, and I am a PhD candidate and a senior researcher of the Research Unit of Environmental Education and Communication of the Department of the Environment at the University of the Aegean. This time I'm going to present you a research that's conducted by Professors Konstantinos Kanavis and me, which is entitled Diving Ecotourism as an Educating Tool for Encouraging Sustainable Development. And of course, we are going to present you a case study of Skyros Island. Next, please. So, starting the presentation, I would like to analyze the aim of the research. First of all, this survey aims to introduce a model that is going to be implemented in a Greek island, the island of Skyros. Secondly, the research aims to assess the effectiveness of an educational interpretational program using scuba diving as a teaching tool to promote education for sustainable development. And finally, it is going to present a case study where the central theme is the support of marine tourism and the delivery of education to all those involved in scuba diving activities. The next, please. So let's continue the presentation with a brief literature review to highlight some terms and emphasize some meanings as well. Next, please. Nowadays, while ecosystems continue changing in response to stress imposed by human activities, next, please. And next. Societies are trying to adjust their conduct affecting ecosystems in response to the alterations perceived in these systems. Next, please. Just so, tourism is concerned to be a human activity that puts a great pressure on the natural environment and can be extremely harmful if it is unplanned and unregulated. But ecotourism is a form of tourism that promotes sustainable development and long-term preservation of the natural environment by limiting the negative impacts of tourism. Since the direct experience with natural environment, firstly, enhances visitors' perceived value of the ecosystem. Secondly, strengthens awareness about environmental preservation and consequently leads to environmentally responsible conduct. Thus, marine ecotourism is the suitable form of tourism for coastal regions, since it is by definition a sustainable activity. So, scuba diving ecotourism as a form of ecotourism on the one hand, can provide economic support for local human communities and also assist the conservation of marine wildlife and coastal ecosystems. But on the other hand, diving activities themselves can also constitute a menace to marine ecosystems if not suitably managed. So, with the appropriate mitigation measures, like the ones shown in the pictures, divers should be ambassadors of the ocean. At this point, let us consider some things, some issues, about scuba diving in Greece. Greece is a country that offers miles of stunning blue coastline, hundreds of isles, and millennia of ancient history on shore. Greek Sea, full of rare fish species, impressive sea plants, and many shipwrecks, wrecks of ancient triremes, medieval vessels, and warships from the Second World War. But prior to 2006, the scuba diving was forbidden throughout Greece because of the fear that the art dealers could grasp and smuggle for sale rare and unique antiquities that exist at the seafloor, the Greek seafloor. At this point, let's go on with the case study, which is the project called Skiros 2017. I think that my colleagues said a lot of things about our project, Skiros, but I must say some things about this too. So, project, the next please, the next template. The project Skiros 2017 is an environmental program based on a successful cooperation between two governmental organizations, the University of the Aegean and the Skiros Sport Fund. In summer 2015, an environmental campaign program was planned and implemented on Skiros Island by the Research Center of Environmental Education and Communication. The project was called Skiros 2017, and the following year, the summer of 2016, was called Skiros 2016, and this summer, in 2017, it is going to be repeated as well as Skiros 2017. So the project Skiros 2017 consists of a group of researchers from the University of the Aegean, and specifically members of the research unit of environmental education and communication. The specific project aims to best implement a comprehensive environmental campaign focusing on disseminating information and raising environmental awareness. Skiros 2017 is going to include various outdoor activities, tourism observatory, environmental campaigns targeted at citizens, tourists, both passengers and children, an environmental camp for children, and an environmental educational program for tourists and inhabitants that prefer scuba diving for entertainment. In the sequel, I will give you some details concerning the methodology of the proposed educational interpretational model. First of all, the research area, which is recommended the island of Skyros, and especially the port of Linaria. This small touristic port of Linaria is considered to be a key port since it is located in the center of the Aegean Sea. It is a destination with a high tourist interest since a sufficiently large number of tourists visit it yearly. The port of Linaria has adopted an innovative way of sustainable management of its environmental impact without spending lots of its limited financial resources. I think my colleagues in the previous presentation told you many things about these innovative management measures. The port of Linaria has adopted an innovative way of sustainable management. Concerning the research sample, it is proposed to be the inhabitants, the tourists that selected, and the tourists that selected scuba diving for their entertainment. The data of the suggested program will be collected through personal interviews with each of the participants individually. The interviews is going to be held before the implementation of the program and after its end. So it is going to be used to questionnaires tailored to the specific needs of the program in order to address and assess diverse knowledge on local environment. Also, the participants' attitudes and environmental conduct is going to be evaluated. Finally, the comparison. Yes?
I'm your professor. We have to conclude the presentation. So omit all the details and give us the last slide.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I want to say that the proposed educational model is going to be based on Oram's model, who's a professor in the marine science of Auckland University. It is going to be based on 5 steps. The first one is the plan. The second one is the questions, and the third one I'm sorry, I can't see it. Yes, the fourth step is the assessment of the program, and this stage is very vital. It's crucial because it will give us information about if this program influenced the diverse conduct. But we don't know their conduct when they leave the island. We must what conduct they will adopt. We must scrutinize the long-term impacts, conducting new studies to assess this conduct. So, concluding this program will attempt to increase the participants' environmental awareness so they become more sustainable in their actions. The aforementioned interpretational educational program is going to use environmental interpretation as a basis, since interpretation is a particular type of education that focuses on meanings and relationships as well. Also, I want to tell that the teaching methods that are going to be used are the lectures, the briefings, the simulation and modeling, and outdoor education and field study. The assessment is a process that will give us more data and will give us the...
Okay, thank you, Aristea. I'll take over from here since I'm a co-author too. So basically what we have seen up to now, our research unit, what it's trying to do is using theory in action. So we have the theory at the university and the action at Skiros Island. The first presentation you saw was where we used the island as a live laboratory. The second one, we are saying, let's do environmental education under the water. Let's get kids to play, adults to promote responsible environmental behavior. I don't think we should stop for questions. I prefer we continue so we don't lose more time or waste more time with Christos' presentation, which is what we propose to have an eco-village. If we could applaud for Aristea, she's from Greece, very stressed. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Very well. So we'll proceed to the next presentation by Christos Andripoulos. Right, very well. And it's going to be a subject, is an eco-village type. Right. It's always good to confirm back with the speaker, so that's what you always do and get the confirmation, and he confirmed it. So is an eco-village type of living arrangement a promising pathway to responsible environmental behavior? And with that, we'll get the presentation ready.
Hello, I'm Chris Andriopoulos. I'm going to present you a corporate research with Dr. Konstantinos Kanavis, our professor, and Emanuela Viorinos. He's a PhD candidate, and is an eco-village type of living arrangement a promising pathway to responsible environmental behavior. The 1960s and 70s saw a